Hello. Oh. Oh. Okay. Right. This is how it's going. Okay. Right. Hello, everyone. I am your Demon King of Heretics, Ahriman le Méchant, and today I am stalling. I am stalling. I am stalling. I am stalling. There we go. Chat added. And then, where is it? Oh. Yes, there we go. Okay, let's switch that game capture. Yes, 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 yes. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's working now, it's working now, it's working now. Okay, yes, hello everyone. Hello. How we all doing today? Huh? Did you have good food? Did you have a good sleep? Did you have a good day? Hmm? Hello? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And it crashed! Wonderful. Okay. Right. Oh, shit. Oh. It stopped crashing. I jinxed it. Okay. Yep. Par for the course. Par for the course, guys. Par for the course. Let's see. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. We're trying that again. We're trying that again. We are trying that again. Come on. Come on. Okay. Any second now. Any second now. Any second now. Any second now. Hello? Well, the hourglass is turning at least. Come on. I'd like to play the game today. There we go. There it is. Now,
Please be happy.
please be happy. There we go. Now, where did we leave off?
I needed that break. Back to it.
It's only been a week. It's only been a week. No, actually, wait. A little bit more than a week, actually. Yes, I left the cliffhanger. I left the choice on the cliffhanger. Okay. Right. Right? No, here we go. I don't think we actually chose to watch a movie with Aspen last time. So, we're gonna do that this time. Well, she's still thinking.
Sure, I'll go.
Oh,
It's like
there we
watching
go.
a really big TV, right?
Precisely. I'm sure you'll have a great time. Have fun, both of you. I'll see you two later.
See ya! Good night!
With that, Juliet waves goodbye and goes to bed.
Are you ready to go? Yep, I am.
Aspen leads the way outside and down the road.
So what movie are we gonna see?
It's based off a book that I read a long time ago. I should have mentioned that it's a horror movie.
What?
That won't be a problem for you, right?
Well, that's something to spring on somebody who hasn't seen a movie before. Oh my god, Aspen. Oh my god.
Nah, it's fine. What's a horror movie?
I fucking thought so!
A scary movie. This one's about a creepy clown that terrorizes a small town.
You're taking a fox girl who has never, ever seen a movie, let alone a horror movie, on a horror movie date. Oh, good fucking job. Good job.
A clown? How is that scary?
You'll see. Also, you're taking her to see it. Okay?
Well, he's not a regular clown, although those are frightening enough on their own. You'll just have to see, I suppose.
Alright. I didn't know you liked scary things.
I don't watch them that often, but like I said, I read the book a long time ago, so I already know what happens.
Sort of.
It's just interesting to see how well it gets translated to the screen. If it ends up being too much for you, just let me know. Not everyone has the stomach for these sorts of films.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The movie theater is on the same street as the Bell House, but a lot further down. It's the one Juliet showed me before. Back then, I told her that I didn't think I'd be interested in scary movies, but here I am anyway. It's not something I'd go see by myself, though. Aspen pays for both of our tickets, saying I can just pay her back later. We go inside through a pair of glass doors like the ones at the museum.
Do you want any snacks?
Of course! What do they have?
Well, traditionally you have popcorn at the movies.
Uh-huh.
They also have candy and other things too.
Right, and they even have, like, financing options for those.
If you'd like, we can share some popcorn.
I know what you're doing, Aspen. I know what you're doing.
Sounds good. I've never had popcorn from a machine like that before.
Let's change that then.
Aspen goes up to the counter and places our order while I wait nearby. A minute later, she approaches me carrying an enormous tub of popcorn. It's at least as big as my head, ears and all.
Whoa, that's huge!
Considering how much they charge for it, it's only fair. Come on, let's go sit down.
I follow her down a hallway and through another door, where I finally get my first look at a movie screen.
Whoa, that's huge too!
It makes my TV look like a toy in comparison. In fact, it's probably bigger than my entire room. What? Oh. We go up some stairs and then sit down in one of the back rows near the middle. Aspen holds the bucket of popcorn in her lap and grabs a handful, right as something starts to play on the screen. Immediately, my ears are assaulted by blaring music and booming speech, with the sound coming from all around. I instinctively cover my ears at first.
Is it supposed to be this loud?
I have to yell just to make myself heard.
Yes, but we're not. It's like the library.
Ah, okay.
These are just previews for other movies that are coming out soon. But once the real thing starts, we're not supposed to talk. Although, it's not like there are many other people around that we'd be disturbing.
She's right. We're the only people in the theater right now. This must be why she wanted to see the movie this early in the day. These two, I swear. Eventually, I get used to the volume level. I grab a handful of popcorn from the bucket to munch on, and I'm surprised by how tasty it is.
Whoa, this?
I slap my other hand over my mouth to shut myself up, which makes Aspen laugh. She leans over to whisper.
It's fine. We won't bother anyone. It's just good to know for the next time you see a movie.
Oh, okay. This is really good.
Yeah, theater popcorn is addictive. You're right about that, MIHO. We sit through a few minutes worth of previews before our movie finally begins. Aspen and I, mostly me if I'm being honest, are almost halfway through the popcorn already. The movie gets right into the action. Within the first couple of minutes, the clown Aspen mentioned is already causing chaos. I thought clowns were supposed to be funny, but apparently this one didn't get the memo. I'm not bored, but I'm not exactly scared either. At one point, there's a loud bang as the evil clown jumps out of the darkness. Beside me, Aspen jumps in her seat, almost spilling the popcorn on the floor. Embarrassed, she wraps her arms tighter around it so it doesn't happen again. The movie lasts a lot longer than I expected. By the time we leave, it's almost lunchtime, although I'm too full of popcorn to be hungry. Stepping out and into the sunlight, I notice Aspen's face is pale, and she wipes her hands on her blouse.
So, how did you like it?
It was alright. I don't think I was ever very scared, though.
That's good. I thought I would be okay since I knew what was going to happen, but it startled me a few times.
That's how they get you, I suppose.
Yeah, I noticed.
At one point, she was even covering her eyes.
Well, There's a reason I don't watch those types of movies very often.
Wimp,
I'm
wimp.
glad you had a nice time, though.
Oh, God. Stretch, 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 stretch. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. Maybe next time we can see something that's easier to watch.
Finally, Aspen manages to smile.
Yes, I'd like that.
Hey, buddy. Oh, you roll over. You roll over. Give me a second, guys. Oh, you roll over. There, buddy. Oh, you're such a good belly. Oh my God, yes you do. I'm gonna sit behind. You seem to like that. You like me slapping you behind, don't you? You like me tenderizing you? You like me eating like them, huh? You like that? You like that? Like this? Yeah, you like that. You like that. I know you like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, you like your rub scratch. You like your rub scratch. There. Yeah. Yeah, that's a comfy cat right there. Oh yeah. Okay. Yep, we're good. I am done pampering my cat. Oh man, only text stories? Okay. Maybe there's not much left of the Tommy story. I don't know. Let's see. Where should I go? Where should I go? Where should I go? I haven't been to get Botanical Gardens in a hot minute. Okay, there we go. Because the garden is so beautiful, it's not uncommon to see artists mulling about trying to capture the plant's likenesses in their sketchbooks. Sometimes it's young artists, probably fulfilling homework assignments, and sometimes it's experienced artists with elaborate contraptions to hold up their canvases and carefully selected color palettes. Today I walked past an old couple painting a rose bush. Maybe the paintings are in an early stage, or maybe it's a style I don't really understand, but each of their respective canvases look pretty mucky and unlike the roses in front of them. But they smile at each other and point out little details of the colors and leaves as they work, and it seems kind of nice. So I guess who cares if the paintings are good or not? It's nice that they can do something like that together. Oh, another map section. Nice. Oh, Lena thing. Sure. Actually, if we're gonna 100% it, I might as well just do all of the text sections too. Looks like some tourists left out breadcrumbs for the seagulls because they're totally dominating the lookout today. I lightly shoo them away, trying to make my way to a bench so I can rest my feet, but the further I get into their whirlpool of wings, the more I realize they must have found something better than bread if there are this many of them. Curiosity gets the better of me. What's got them so excited? What the? How'd they manage to snag an entire meter-long super subset? What? A subset? They got Subway, guys! Not even I've ever managed to steal one of those. I'm so jealous. What the fuck? I'm jealous of those seagulls too! Oh, it is not Tommy time. It is Aspen time. Let's go! Okay. Okay, is it seriously that loud? Oh my god. Yeah, no, that popping you're hearing, Oh, wow, wait, am I just that loud? Hold on. I am turning myself down, 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 down. There we go. Maybe just a little bit further. There we go. Yeah, okay, I think we're good now. Anyways, I never realized my knuckle popping was so loud because, look. Yeah, you heard that. You heard that was my entire arm. God, I've got old man joints, guys. Later in the evening, Aspen sends a message to Juliet to let her know that she's ready for us to come over, and the two of us walk down to the address she gave us. Juliet leads the way, of course, since I don't know many of the streets by name. Oh, right over here. We eventually arrive at an unremarkable-looking apartment building, just a few stories tall and without many decorations out front.
This is the place. I believe she's on the ground floor.
Not too far away, one of the doors swings open and Aspen pokes her head out to wave us over.
MIHO, Juliet, over here.
Hello!
Aspen!
Aspen! She holds the door open with one hand while pushing something away with her feet.
No, stay back, you two.
I freeze, halfway to where she is.
What's wrong?
I said, no, not you, MIHO. I'm talking to the cats.
Aspen gestures for us to come inside while keeping an eye on the floor. Juliet and I hurry in, and Aspen shuts the door behind us.
Well, ta-da! Or something.
Or something.
Whoa!
The entire place is just one room, except for a small bathroom. Right across from the door is a tiny kitchen area with a fridge, stove, and microwave. Oh wow, that's actually a nice place. Everything else is basically a bedroom. There's a dresser, a small desk with a computer, and Aspen's bed itself. Some luggage and boxes are scattered around, which I'm guessing were part of Aspen's cleanup.
I hope that was the good kind of whoa.
It's lovely, Aspen. I adore the fairy lights and plants.
Hey, what?
They make it feel very welcoming. Thank you for having us.
It's a good room! It's a good room, guys! Come on now!
Yeah, thanks. It was a good whoa, don't worry.
I didn't really have any expectations, but I'm still kind of surprised by how small it is. I figured she'd be exaggerating that part at least a little bit. The decorations make it feel fitting for Aspen, though. Two pairs of green eyes peek at us from around the corner, and both cats go dashing under the bed as we step further in.
Sorry there's not more space to sit down. You can see why I don't have company over very often. You can sit on the bed if you'd like. Or the computer chair.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm okay on the floor.
Oops. I take a seat with my back against the dresser while Juliet sits down on the bed as invited. Aspen ends up taking the sole chair for herself. Almost as soon as I sit down, I spring back up, remembering the occasion.
Oh yeah! Happy birthday!
Yes. Happy birthday, Aspen. Here's to another wonderful year.
Thank you. This year has been pretty good, I must say.
I wonder why. Narrowing my eyes, I inspect Aspen, who notices and frowns at me.
Can I help you?
You don't look any older.
I'm glad to hear that. It doesn't just happen overnight on your birthday, though. Not that you would be aware of that, I suppose. Anyway, enough about
Oh,
that.
hey,
I
no
need to
shade,
proceed.
no shade,
We've already
hey.
done everything there is to do here, I believe. Now you understand why I never have people over.
It's fine. I don't mind just sitting around. But yeah, I'm always ready to eat.
Yet again, we share another brain cell, MIHO. Very well.
Have you decided where you want to go?
I think so. There's a seafood restaurant that isn't too far away that I enjoy, but don't go to very often. Does that work for both of you?
That works for me.
I'm okay with anything. I just like food.
Yeah, that's still a mood, MIHO. Come on now.
Indeed. It's your birthday, so we'll have whatever you want.
All right. Let's get going then.
The restaurant is a bit of a walk from Aspen's apartment, but it's a nice day, so I don't mind. We end up at a pier not too far from the museum I visited. It's not a very big place, but it's bigger than the Bell House. Half of it juts out over the ocean itself. We get seated right away at a long table with metal stools.
It sure smells fishy.
It's supposed to. That means it's fresh.
I suppose. Our waiter brings 3 menus, setting one in front of each of us, and promises to come take our order soon. Aspen and Juliet both pick up their menus and start to flip through, so I do the same.
Let me know if you need help reading anything, MIHO.
Thanks.
Fortunately, there are plenty of pictures. The Bell House could learn a thing or two from here. I'm even able to read some of the words, like fish and corn, but there are others that I don't recognize at all.
What do you usually get here, Aspen?
Well, they're most well known for their crab, although it's very messy. And expensive, so I've never had it. I usually get the clam chowder or fish and chips if I want to hate myself later.
But fish and chips is self-care, Aspen. Not that I would actually know. You know, there actually, since the place I'm living in is mostly landlocked, there isn't actually very many fish and chip places. So, you know, actually, in the place where I grew up, there was actually a fish and chip place like just across from the ferry. What was it called? Ivers, I believe. Yeah. I never got to go there very often because I had an unrefined palate because I was younger. But now that I'm thinking about it, that does sound really good. I want to go back there someday and have like a really good plate of fish and chips. If they're as good as they claim to be, I suppose. Okay, hold on a minute. There we go. Tweeted. Now let's fix the Discord thing. Ba 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 ba. There we go. Okay.
Oh. What's chowder?
It's like a thick soup.
Yeah.
Oh. Isn't it hard to eat clams? I've tried before, but I couldn't get past the shells.
They do that for you. No shells involved.
Real shit? Oh my god, they take the clamshells off. Come on. That's awesome, dude.
Whoa. That's nice of them.
I'm sure they'd be glad to hear that. Is there something you usually order when you go out to eat?
Order? Good one, Aspen.
I've never been to a restaurant before. Unless you count the Bell House. Well, not as a paying customer, at least.
Yeah, what did you expect, Aspen?
But I know how they work because I've seen them on TV.
I hope you enjoy your first time then.
Oh, yes, thank you.
I will.
Yeah, we will, thank you.
Both of you, feel free to order whatever you'd like. Don't worry about the price.
Don't worry, I wasn't.
A nearby door swings open, and for a second, I can see into the kitchen as another waiter comes out, carrying a big bucket. A number of spiny claws and legs poke out of it.
Wait. Is that...
Oh. Hello? Ooh.
The crab? Yes.
Crab. Crab. Oh, hi, Mega. How's it going? No worries. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. We're getting the crab, guys. We're getting the crab. We're getting the crab. Yeah, let's go. I watch intently, curious to see how these people are going to get past the shells.
You shouldn't stare, you know.
I ignore her. I have to know. They grab some utensils that I've never seen before and use those to crack the shells. I watch, fascinated while they do. Turning back to Aspen and Juliet, I've made up my mind. Doing good. How are you? I'm doing good. Got my coffee with me. Got Please Be Happy. I am a very satisfied man. Although I did hear that there was a way to make my model transparent, so it's only the PNG showing. But that's another sandwich from another deli.
I want that!
Yeah! Based! I want crab too. Ugh. How long has it been since I've actually had crab? Ugh. There's not even an occasion to have crab. Hmm? Hmm. I changed my answer. There's now an occasion where I can have crab. Oh. You've never had crab? Oh, it's really good. It's really good. It's a little bit pricey, but I do recommend it if you... Well, correction. If you're ever at a Chinese buffet, get the crab legs. Get the crab legs. Or, well, if it's in season, really. I don't really know what the season for crab is, though, so it's kind of a crapshoot. I just have... If I see crab, I have crab. That's that's all there is. Although, it has been donkey's years since I got distracted by the fluff outside. There's so much tree fluff outside. Jesus Christ. It's almost snowing fluff. You know, actually, in the backyard, there's like a layer of tree fluff, like snow. You know, if you ever knew somebody with tree allergies, like tree pollen allergies, you could just make some of that fluff into a snowball and throw it at them and absolutely fuck them up. It's just that thick. What was I talking about? I was talking something about crab, right? Oh yeah, it's been donkey's years since I've been to a Chinese buffet. Mostly for time purposes, somewhat financially, but hey, can't really complain about finances right now. I've gotta save up $900 to go to a hotel for Anime Expo, because I have mentioned this before, but I am sending my vessel to Anime Expo for the Hololive concert. Yes, so if you're ever there, I'm going to be there. I am actually going to go in a cosplay with myself. I'm thinking about ways to make like a little cloak with a QR code on the back with my YouTube channel QR code, you know? Just have a little advertisement on myself. I'm gonna be my own Itasha.
It would be nice to try at least once.
Maybe I should turn this up a little bit. There we go.
Sounds like it's settled then.
Our waiter shows back up, a few glasses of water in hand, and Juliet orders for all of us. The waiter takes the menus back, saying our food should be out before too long. I sip my water and look around, enjoying the new experience.
Have you ever been here before, Juliet?
I haven't. As I'm sure you know, I don't go out to eat very often.
Ah, yes.
I've been to similar restaurants before, though.
You went to the Bell House back when it first opened, didn't you? I seem to recall you telling me that once.
Oh. Wait, how long ago was that?
I did, yes. I can still remember what I had. A chai latte with a blueberry scone.
Sounds modern. Sounds modern.
Were you working there yet?
Oh no, it was a few years before I came to Welly.
Ah, okay.
Although, Regina, my boss, wants to expand. There's going to be a second location opening in a couple months.
Oh, whoa. Oh yeah, I forgot about
She asked
that.
me if I would consider being store manager.
No, that would fucking kill you, Aspen. No, that would kill you, dude.
Oh, congratulations! That's quite the honor.
You'd get to run the whole place?
I would still be working for her, but otherwise, yes. I haven't decided if I want to do it or not, though.
I used to totally do it, though.
It would be a lot more work and responsibility, obviously. I'm not sure if I want to put myself through that.
Ah, yeah, no, you don't want to do that. That would kill you.
That's understandable. I do think you'd be well suited for it, though.
Yeah, you already do a lot at the other Bell House.
Thanks. Yes, it is tempting.
Mhm.
I
Wait a
told her
minute.
I'll think about it and give her an answer by the end of next month.
Isn't there like a... Isn't the Bell House like a constant in the Studio Lawn games? I had brainwaves.
The building it'll be in is already a coffee shop, so it won't take too long to convert.
Ah,
It all depends on some other things, really.
gotcha.
Like what?
Well, for one, I'd been thinking about keeping this a secret until I hear back, but I finally finished a draft of my manuscript.
Hey yo, nice!
I sent it off to a few publishers to see what they think.
Oh, congratulations, Aspen. That's a stunning achievement.
I haven't seen a Bell House in the Heart of the Woods yet, at least not reoccurring. Oh, okay. Huh. I still need to continue that. It's been a while since I played it.
Yeah! What are you gonna do with all your free time now?
Thank you. That's a good question. I'm sure I'll spend plenty of it worrying.
Yeah.
Other than that, I will need to find some new ways to fill my day. If all goes well, then I won't have time to help out at the new store.
Well, that's a way to
I'm
look at
getting
it.
rather ahead of myself, though. It's only been a little over a week since I submitted it.
Oh. I hope it works out for you.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, there we go. We sit and talk about the usual stuff for maybe 15 or 20 minutes before our waiter comes out of the kitchen, carrying a giant bucket like the one we saw earlier. Aspen and I both gasp in awe as they place it on the table before us with a flourish, giving us a stack of napkins and tools that like the other group.
Well, let's not just stare. Dig in!
I don't even know where to start.
You start with the legs. You start with the legs, MIHO. I grab one of the pieces closest to me. It's hot. So hot that I drop it on my... That's a cute face right there. That's such a cute face. Oh my god. Oh my god, Aspen does the same thing with a yelp of pain. Oh. Oh wow, we've got... All three of us have the same brain cell. Okay. Right. Juliet's just watching us pass it around. Juliet, on the other hand, seems totally unbothered as she calmly claims a portion for herself. Leaning in close, I blow on my food to try to close. Wow, English. Leaning in close, I blow on my food to try to cool it down. While I do, I watch Juliet to observe how she does it. She smiles when she notices me watching, and turns her hands to give me a better view when she uses the tool to crack the shell and get to the meat. Aspen seems to know what she's doing too, once it's cool enough for her to handle. Now I just need to give it a try. I try to mimic what I saw Juliet do, and after a moment of squeezing really hard, it finally works!
That was a lot easier than trying to use my own claws.
I should hope so.
I pile it onto my fork and take a big bite, finally getting to enjoy my prize. I feel my eyes go wide with how good it is.
Enjoying it?
Yeah!
I quickly finished the piece I was eating and then rushed to grab another one. It's a lot easier to crack now that I know what I'm doing. For a while, the only sounds coming from our table are those of us enjoying our food and the occasional sip of water. When our waiter comes by to give us refills, they look a little shocked at how much we've already gone through. When the bucket is finally empty and I sadly toss the shell of my last piece into the waste bag, Juliet seems to pick up on it.
Are you still hungry, MIHO?
Oh?
Hungry? No. Do I want to eat more? Yes. That was delicious.
As always, MIHO, you are a mood. You are a mood and a half. Almost 2 moods, actually. Juliet glances at Aspen, who shrugs.
I could eat more.
The next time the waiter passes by, Juliet flags them down with a smile.
Could we get a second order of this, please?
It feels like it may as well be my birthday instead of Aspen's. By the time we get through the second bucket, even I can't eat anymore, and we leave the restaurant in a bit of a daze.
I don't know if I've ever been this full in my life.
Me too. I think I'm set on crab for a long time now. Thanks for dinner though, Juliet. It was wonderful.
I bet it was. I bet it was.
Of course. It was my pleasure. I hope you've had a nice birthday.
I certainly have. Now if I can make it back home, I'll call it a success. I feel like I've put on several kilos just from that meal.
Would you like me to call you a taxi?
No, it's fine. Walking some of this off will be good for me. I still have to pack and get ready for tomorrow.
Ah, yes.
I suppose MIHO and I will head home as well then.
It's that arc.
Does
I
that
forgot.
sound okay, MIHO?
Yeah. Let's just walk slow.
Still, I managed a weak wave.
Happy birthday again.
Thank you again. Good night to you both. I'll see you two tomorrow.
Aspen trudges off, but Juliet somehow seems unfazed.
Shall we be off?
Yes. Taking a deep breath, I steel myself for the long walk home.
Yeah. Let's go.
Hello? Hello? What's going on? I'm saving before it crashes. The afternoon of Aspen's departure, she's unusually quiet. Although she shows up to breakfast like normal, she barely says a word throughout the whole meal, other than things like, "Yes, please," and "No, thanks." "Yes, please." "No, thanks." I'm trying to do her accent. "No, thanks." No, thanks." From the way she keeps checking her phone and messing with her face and clothes, I can tell something must be on her mind. I figured she's just antsy about her trip, so I don't bring it up or try to talk to her. Instead, Juliet and I mostly chat until we're done eating and the dishes are cleaned up. The moment we're finished, Aspen perks up a little bit.
MIHO, are you ready to go to the bus station?
Yeah. This way, you have as much time as possible to get back.
Yep.
Precisely. Thank you.
Of course.
Oh boy, we're getting it, guys. We're getting it. Before departing, Aspen approaches Juliet and gives her a hug. From the outside, I realize that hugs look kind of weird. People have come up with the strangest of ways to show they care about each other.
Safe travels, Aspen. Let us know when you get there.
There we go.
Will do. I won't have reception while traveling, but I'll send a message as soon as I'm home.
How long's your trip?
If it was by car, only a couple hours. It'll be closer to 4 by bus, though. I'll take an early one on the way back tomorrow, just to be safe.
Ample reading time, it sounds like.
Oh, yes.
I mean, a taxi would be better, right? She drums her foot and fingers on a book tucked into her bag.
Patricia and I have a lot of catching up to do.
Although she's still fidgety, it seems like Aspen's remembered how to speak. After spending an unusually long amount of time adjusting her skirt and hair, she finally faces me brightly.
Well, shall we be off, MIHO?
You know, her fidgetiness now makes sense in hindsight.
Yep.
Or in foresight, rather, in this case, since we're in a different timeline.
Goodbye, Aspen. Good night, MIHO.
Bye!
Later.
Aspen holds the front door open for me as we exit the library.
Where exactly is the bus station?
Not too far from my apartment. We'll pass it by on the way there.
Should we stop by and say hi to the cats? I'm sure they'd love to see me.
Yeah, in your dreams, MIHO.
They're going to be angry enough at me for leaving for a day. I'm not sure I want to traumatize them right before I go.
Dang it. I've never gotten along with cats.
Gee, I wonder
Have
why.
you known many?
Only a few. Some of the strays have some really good stories to tell.
Yeah, she can probably communicate with cats. You know, I'd love to hear a story a stray cat has. The two of us walk along in silence for a little bit before Aspen pokes me on the shoulder. I've gotten more used to physical contact like that, but it surprises me every time.
What's it like talking to an animal, anyway? How do you do it?
I'm not sure. It was just something that I knew how to do, like making a den.
Besides, she's talking to animals now.
A lot of the time, you can just feel what they mean without saying it. I don't know how to put it.
No, that makes sense. There are some things that you just can't put into words, as much as you'd like to.
I know what you are.
Exactly! I have the problem a lot. I'll bet you don't, though.
Oh, you don't even fucking know, MIHO.
You'd lose that bet quite handily. Why, I'd say I struggle to put things into words more than anything.
Really? How? I thought you loved writing.
I do, usually, but it's not that simple. Sometimes you just can't use any old words. You have to use the right ones.
Yeah.
And often that means going through lots and lots of the wrong ones until you find them.
There you go.
I think it's easier the way animals do it.
You wouldn't be wrong, Miho.
It certainly sounds like it. I often wonder if I could talk to Percy and Byron, what they would have to say. Maybe they just complain about me not feeding them enough or something.
Do you want me to ask them?
Oh.
It's tempting, but no thanks.
Oh.
As long as I don't know for a fact that they're saying rude things, I can convince myself that they're not.
Yeah, that's mood.
Rather like that other cat in the box.
Cats like being in boxes, so they probably wouldn't be complaining.
Not quite what I meant, but I'll take it.
I have no idea which cat you mean. Oh, wait. Oh, you're talking about the Schrodinger one, huh? There we go. For a bit, Aspen hums quietly to herself while we walk. I don't know if she knows that I can hear her. Even though she's being more chatty, there's still something that seems a little bit off about Aspen. I can't quite place my finger on what it is, though. At one point, she checks her phone and starts to walk a bit quicker. There we go.
Are you looking forward to going home?
If she has to think about it, that kind of answers my question.
I am, yes. But like I said, I prefer to only do so for a day or two at a time.
'Cause of your parents?
A little. They're not really that bad, though. Mum's a worrywart and Dad isn't, so Mum feels like she needs to worry enough for both of them. It's not too bad over the phone, but when I'm there, Mum always tries to convince me to stay and move back. So I tell them they should move out here instead, and Mum goes into why they can't, and it's just tiresome.
Wow, that's incredibly realistic.
Sounds like she cares about you a lot.
She does. And I love her too, don't get me wrong. It's more the town than them. Or rather, the lack thereof.
Ah.
What do you mean?
They live in the middle of nowhere. Mum loves it out in the countryside and says she can't live without her backyard view and half a kilometre from the nearest neighbours.
You know what? No, I get that last part. I get that last part.
I, on the other hand, can't live without bookstores and coffee shops and high-speed internet.
So that's why you moved to Wellington?
That's why I moved to Wellington. It seemed like a necessity to make it as an author.
Maybe. I tried to put together the things she's been telling me into one big picture.
Can you only find the right words here?
Exactly. At least, that's what I thought before I came. Turns out that moving to a new city won't magically make you a better writer. Or even a writer at all. Back when I was in school, I used to daydream about what life in the big city must be like. Busy and important things happening during the day, and then nights full of excitement and sparkling wonder. Instead, it's the Bell House, and a tiny apartment the size of my living room back home. I thought if I put myself in this new environment, then I'd grow into the type of person who belonged there. I learned the hard way that places don't change who we are. Still, better to be struggling to make it in the city than doing nothing out in the boonies, I tell myself.
I think it sounds pretty nice. Peace and quiet, nothing to have to worry about.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Ugh, not you too. That's exactly what my mum says. Trust me, it sounds better hearing about it than living it. Just like Wellington. Or any city, I'd imagine. I'm sure even Wellington must seem like a bore compared to some of the places you've been to. Like Shanghai or Seoul.
Well, Yeah. I still like it though. Those cities are too big for me.
Yeah, I can get the
They're
too big part.
noisy and loud
What?
and
Hey,
smell
hey,
bad,
hey.
and anything can be dangerous. You have to be on your guard all the time.
There we go. Okay. Whoops. There we go.
It's not like that here. The scariest thing I've seen was a movie.
That's true. I'm glad. I'm glad you liked it enough to stay.
Me too.
We're well into the city, pretty far past Cuba Street and the Bell House. Now that I've been there once, I also recognize Te Papa, the museum, when we passed by it. By now, there isn't much that I don't recognize. I've been all over this part of Wellington enough that I could probably get from here to Mount Victoria with my eyes closed. I memorized other cities the same way when I lived there, but for the most part, once I'd left, I forgot all about them. I'm not sure if I'd ever be able to forget the streets of Wellington, though, even if I wanted to. Instead of humming, Aspen started fidgeting again as we'd walk, messing with her phone and purse and hats and glasses. I recognized the shops and apartment buildings from the walk to Aspen's house, so we can't be very far from the station.
Are you nervous?
Me? No. No. Why would I be?
I know what you are. I know what you're doing, Aspen. Now that I have context, it's so much funnier.
Do I seem nervous?
No, not at all. Not at all, Aspen. Not at all.
Yeah. Is it because of the bus? You don't have to worry about that. I've ridden on them lots of times and they only broke down like once.
It's you who jinxed it! It's you who jinxed it, MIHO!
No, it's not that. I mean, no, I'm not nervous.
The joys of having played the games, right?
Okay.
Now you finally get the jokes, right? I've never seen Aspen more nervous, but I still don't push it. I can hear and smell the bus station before I see it, and then it comes into view. There are 2 or 3 buses parked or passing through. I wonder if one of them is Aspen's. We stop across the street, and she checks her phone again, then puts it away.
You're not late, are you? Oh, I could have walked faster.
No, we're right on time. It'll be here any minute now.
Cool. I'll wait with you till it arrives.
I start to cross the road, but stop when I notice Aspen isn't following. Instead, she's standing on the sidewalk, gripping the strap on her bag tightly.
Aspen?
Oh boy. I trot back to her, looking to see if I'm missing something, but there's nothing other than a couple people waiting far away at the station.
Are you alright?
She blinks a couple of times and then takes a deep, deep breath before facing me.
MIHO, I have to tell you something.
Oh, here we go. The effect of her words is immediate. Thud, thud. Like she casts a spell, my heart starts to race. Whatever she's going to say must be why she's acting so weird all afternoon. Is it something bad? Is she not going to come back after all?
Yeah?
I barely managed to croak out an answer. I can't handle more heartbreak so soon.
It's something that I've been thinking about telling you for a long time.
Yes?
But it was one of those things where I wasn't sure how. Or when. Because I didn't know how you'd take it.
Uh-huh. What could it even be? We just saw Juliet, so it can't be anything to do with her. Lena?
But then, after we all talked the other night, I realized that I should just say it anyway.
Uh-huh.
Because no matter what, I know I would regret it more later if I didn't. Who
Right.
knows how many more chances I might get? So I thought about it. A lot.
Uh-huh.
What the right words were. And I just couldn't figure it out.
Right.
So I didn't prepare. I'm just saying this,
Uh-huh.
somehow, and hoping. God,
I'm actually saying this, aren't I?
Not yet, but you're trying. You're trying real hard, I can tell. Her grip on her hat shifts, clutching it so tightly her knuckles are turning white. I feel frozen in place, not sure what to do or say. All I can do is stare, my heart feeling like it's going to explode out of my chest, while she looks down at the ground. Whispering something to herself, she wrings her hat in her hands before finally looking back at me.
There's something I want you to know.
Uh-huh.
MIHO,
Uh-huh?
I used to think that there was no way someone like you could exist.
Right.
Someone who looks at the world like you do, and is honest about what you see. The good and the bad.
Right.
And at the same time, someone who doesn't realize just how much she has to offer. Just how much she makes you make people happy. But here you are. Maybe meeting you used up all my luck for the rest of my life. But here you are. And I love you. And I just couldn't keep not telling you that. In case maybe you love me too.
Let's go, guys! Let's go!
I couldn't keep just hoping and wondering and not knowing. And now that I've said it, it feels so good to have out there.
Right.
I love you, MIHO. I love you. At first, I wasn't sure because everything seemed too perfect and unreal.
Right.
I thought that I was just letting myself get carried away like I always do. A silly little daydream, but it's true. It makes me feel silly how much already. When I think of how utterly stupid it always sounded to me when reading about love at first sight.
Uh-huh.
But how could it be anything else? I don't believe in coincidence, MIHO. My life was changed the moment I saw you. I just didn't know it yet.
Yeah, not the first time you saw me either.
Now I do. Now we both do. I love you, MIHO. It's out there, and I can't take it back.
Uh-huh. Her words drift away into the air as we look at each other in silence. My head is TV static, buzzing with nothing to show. Not because it's empty, but because there's too much for me to process. Aspen, in love with me? Wind whips past my face as a bus rolls by, pulling into the station. I barely notice it, barely able to notice anything. Aspen is in love with me? I don't know what to say. But Aspen raises a finger to her lips.
Shh.
Don't tell me.
I said it now before I leave for a reason. Because I thought you might say that.
Ah.
Tomorrow. Whatever it is you feel, I'll hear it then.
I look at her face for some guide on how to respond, but she just gives me a smile. A weak, fragile smile. Left dumbfounded, I nod. Aspen is in love with me? Returning her hat to her head, Aspen sighs like she just finished a hard day's work. Oh, how she doesn't know? Yep. Yeah, it was kind of written on the wall, but I mean, we already knew this was gonna happen, so it was like written on the wall, but like in a language we didn't understand. So we were like, oh, okay, the first time, and now that we know the language, we're like, oh, okay, right.
Well, that's it. All I have to say, I suppose. As if that wasn't one of the most important things I've ever said in my life. That's my bus. So, I'll see you tomorrow, MIHO. And no matter what, it's okay. If we just carry on being friends like normal, I'm fine with that. More than fine. I'm just glad that I took the chance to tell you.
It was obvious enough looking back, but we never thought they'd be that mean at the time. Right? Oh my god. We're still getting to the mean part. For how nervous she was a few minutes ago, she does seem a lot calmer now. I may as well be a statue as Aspen starts to walk past me, but then she pauses.
May I give you a goodbye hug?
That much I can respond to at least.
Yeah.
We wrap our arms around each other. That weird human custom. Everything may have just changed, but she's still the same Aspen she was when we left the library. I try to listen for what she might be saying without words as she squeezes me tight. Finally, she steps away with a smile. It might be the most genuine one I've ever seen on her face.
Bye, Miho.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Ah. Oh, I love that scene. I love it so much. I love it so much. I love it so much. I make my way back to the library like a zombie, my feet moving without really thinking about it. Aspen's words keep replaying over and over in my head. I get them, but I can't make sense of them. There's not a sound to be heard from the empty aisles as I enter, Juliet just having finished tidying up in the hour or so that's passed since I left. After a quick glance around, I head towards the stairs. When I head up to the second floor, I spot a sliver of light from underneath Juliet's bedroom door. I knock, and it opens just a moment later. Juliet greets me with a calm smile at first, but the corners of her mouth falter as she looks at my face. I don't quite know what expression I'm making right now. I don't know what I'm even feeling to begin with.
Miho? Did something happen?
Aspen said she's in love with me.
There we go. It's out there. I could not imagine what that would be like. Having never dealt with love and then have someone say they love you. Right? Oh my god. That is an experience that is very unique to MIHO. Oh, I'm jealous.
Oh, I see.
She does not sound surprised in the slightest. Juliet's not the type to be shocked easily, and that's why I wanted to see her for advice. But she's even less surprised than I thought she would be.
Give me just a moment, and I'll meet you in my study.
Uh-huh. I nod and head over there, opening the door. As I walk into the darkness, I'm met by several pairs of eyes.
What?
Just as startled as I am, several bats begin to flap their wings and noisily take flight, chittering overhead before most of them leave out the open window. The biggest one watches me for a bit longer before departing as well. We are later told Juliet knew, and that's why she never said anything about her feelings. Yeah, I remembered that part. Yeah, she was just hoping for us and Aspen to be happy, but in her route, well, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen, does it? And then she's just taken aback and like, what? What do you mean? By the time Juliet enters the study and turns on the lamp, it's just me and her.
Sorry I scared off all your bats.
It's fine. Don't worry. I'll be back before too long.
We settle down into the same seats as last time, with Juliet behind her desk and me across from it.
So, Aspen.
Aspen, yep. That's who we're talking about.
Yeah. Aspen.
I wonder what Aspen's thinking right now. Is her head as much of a mess as mine? Probably, knowing her.
We had just gotten to the bus station when she stopped and said it. She said she waited until just before she left, so she didn't have to hear my feelings until tomorrow, when she gets home.
And what are your feelings?
Homie, we have no idea. We're still processing this ourselves.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't ever thought about love or someone being in love with me. I don't even really know what it means. I know the word, but how does it feel? How would I know?
Oh, you're about to know, buddy.
The other day, you talked about how much you loved Cosette, and how you didn't know much about love before then. This is a different love from that, right?
She thinks to herself for a while, carefully considering her answer. I'm glad she does. At least one of us can stand back and think over this properly.
Yes and
I am
no.
raising my eyebrows.
Of course, the bond between a parent and their child is different than that of two partners, but it comes from the same part of the heart. The part that you give away to somebody else.
Oh yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I forgot about this.
Love is when you care about another person so much that the feeling becomes bigger than you. When your life is more full and joyful for the presence of that person in it. I could throw out any number of cliches, but they'd be meaningless. What love means and how it feels are different for every person. To speak from my own experiences, love is like a flower.
Right.
It starts as something tiny, but as it's nurtured and cared for, it grows. It reaches toward the sunlight and towards something better, and blooms into something beautiful. Not all flowers grow at the same rate, and not all flowers look the same. But wouldn't you agree that that's the joy of flowers, MIHO?
I look up from the floor towards Juliet, who is watching me warmly.
I like flowers, but I've never grown one before.
I'm not sure that's what we're supposed to be taking out of that, but hey, you do you, MIHO.
The same can be said for everyone at some point. But as long as you're willing to give it the time and patience that it deserves, even the tiniest seed can become something wonderful.
Juliet must see the confusion on my face because she touches my hand gently.
You should take some time to yourself, MIHO. We can talk about it later tonight, if you're ready. If you needed even more time, I'm sure Aspen would understand.
Yeah. I need to think about it. And sorry for waking you up. Or keeping you up. Whichever.
It's no trouble at all. I'm glad that you felt comfortable coming to me about this.
It was the first thing I did. Thanks, by the way.
No, it was...
You've helped me out a lot.
No, seriously, it was the first thing we did. We walked through the door and walked straight up the stairs to your study.
Of course. It's my pleasure. It's what friends are for.
Juliet returns to bed, and I go back to my room as well. I sit down on the floor, which is where I've done a lot of my best thinking lately. I lean against my bed and turn on the TV. There sure are a lot of shows and movies about love, aren't there? It's difficult to imagine that concept applying to me. I do know that I care about Aspen. A lot. I like being around her. I like talking to her. I look forward to seeing her when she's... I look forward to seeing her when she's not there. We're friends. But could we wait more than that? I spend a few hours stewing in my thoughts and not coming up to any conclusion. Love feels like something that couldn't and shouldn't apply to me. And yet, here I am. Hours pass as I consider the issue from every different angle. I end up with more questions than answers. Is it something I want? Is it something I could even do? What I choose to say to Aspen doesn't just affect me, but it affects her too. No matter what, both of our lives are about to change. And no matter what, I have to make a decision. I'm sure that I'll have some doubts either way, but I can't just ignore or run away from this. So, after turning it over and over in my mind, I finally make a choice. Slowly, I stand up and head downstairs. My legs feel like jelly as they carry me towards another huge moment. My hands shake, but I hold on tightly to the banister as I head down to the kitchen where Juliet's making tea. There's a second mug set on the table, full of steaming hot chocolate.
Right on time, like always. I was just about to call for you.
Man, we are really good about timing.
I heard you get up a little while ago. I was still doing some thinking, though.
I see. So I take it that means you've made up your mind about Aspen, then?
Yeah. It wasn't easy, but I have.
How mad would you guys be if I went the Juliet route again?
Matters of the heart are rarely easy. Shall we sit?
Yeah.
We take our usual seats, the third one conspicuously empty. I take a big gulp of my hot chocolate while Juliet takes a small sip of tea. Wiping my mouth with the back of my hand, I lean back in my chair, take a deep breath, and nod.
I've decided.
Uh-huh. Oh boy. I could be a total cuck and just save this for the next time. I could do that. I could honestly feasibly do that. But you know what? I'm gonna give you guys a treat. I'm gonna give you guys a treat. Because I'm just that nice. Yes. I am just that good of a person, right? So, what I decided to do is save here. Oh, wait a minute. Did I already save? Yeah, I did already save. Sort of. I'll save it up here. Yep, this is the Aspen route. That's the Aspen route decision thing. This was the Juliet route decision thing. Yeah, that works, right? What was this one, anyways? I don't know. Let's see. Oh wow, it took me like nine episodes to get there, huh? Wait, what? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll try things with Aspen. Oh, it's thinking about it. It's thinking about it.
I want to try things with Aspen.
There we go. Good job.
I know it'll be hard, but I want to try.
I feel more sure of the words as I say them. Something about this decision feels right. And here we are, guys. We are finally at the... What is it? The nexus point, I think. Or... Conversion point? No. Diversion point? That doesn't feel right either. Separation event? Whatever it's called. We're here, anyways. I do want to try. Like Aspen said yesterday, it's out there now and I can't take it back. Oh, okay.
I know she's a human, and so... someday it'll hurt.
Uh-huh.
But I can't just always run away from things that are painful. Because... if it hurts, that means it was important, doesn't it?
Oh, you finally accepted a human way of thinking. Good job, MIHO.
It certainly does. That's a wise way to think about it.
I know I don't know much about love, or how to be in love with someone. But I'm willing to learn, and try.
As I speak, I feel something stir in my heart. That feeling of excitement that's pushed me forward so many times before, kept me motivated in my lifelong search. Is that the feeling that could grow? I've always struggled to put a name to it. Could it be...
Trying is all anyone could ask of you, Aspen or otherwise. All you have to do is be yourself. That's who Aspen fell in love with, after all. I can't tell you how happy I am, for both of you.
Yes. As it begins to sink in, I feel a grin spreading across my face. Aspen is in love with me, and I think that maybe, just maybe, I could be in love with her too.
Thanks. I wish she was here, so I could tell her right now. Tomorrow seems so far away.
I'm certain she's thinking the same thing. Still, it is rather like her to say something so momentous and then disappear.
She's literally that peace sign guy. Just, see ya! Whoop. No, wait. Hold on. Yeah, she's literally that peace sign guy. Just, see ya! Anyways, we're back.
It took quite a while for her to work up the courage to tell you.
With a wink, Juliet lifts her teacup.
I wouldn't be surprised if she borrowed the idea from some book or another.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. And wait, you knew she was gonna tell me?
I would be surprised if she didn't.
Not exactly. I've known for a long time that she held feelings for you. She never told me outright, but Aspen isn't particularly subtle.
Yeah, no.
I never noticed. But I guess I don't know what I would have been looking for either.
That's what we were doing too! Well, speak for yourself, MIHO. I knew what I was looking for.
All that's important is that she was able to tell you how she felt, and you were able to accept those feelings.
There we go.
Anything along the way was but a means to the same end.
Juliet's right. Not just about Aspen, but about my life in general, as she herself pointed out not that long ago. I thought it had been all for nothing. Pointless ever since Chongyin died without my knowing it. As if I'd reached a dead end myself. That was just the end of a chapter in my life, not the whole story, as Aspen would say. I had thought my life that I knew it was ending, and maybe that was true. On the other hand, I feel like a new life for myself is just beginning. One that isn't so solitary and lonesome. Nearly every day I discover something new about myself. Things I used to think were impossible, at least for someone like me. Maybe I'm not so different after all. I found a new place to belong, and someone new to share my life with. As much of it as I can. Aspen, who's seen just as many different sides of me as I have of her, and who still chose to tell me she loved me, even though she'd never told anyone that before. I can't wait for her to get back, so we can find out what's next together. With nothing more to really say about it until Aspen returns, Juliet and I move on to talking about other things like the library and recent events. Although, I'm not overlooking how you jinxed it, MIHO. You're the one who jinxed it at the station, come on now! I feel pleasantly warm, like I'm glowing, as we sit there and chat. That sensation carries me through the rest of the evening and all the way to bed, where I lie for hours. Usually I'm frustrated when the chaos of my own thoughts stop me from falling asleep. But for the first time ever, excitement, rather than fear, is what keeps me awake. Instead of just waiting for the day to end, I close my eyes, looking forward to the dawn of tomorrow. Oh boy. Yeah, I think we'll see the payoff. Shall we? Let's. Is everything alright? Oh, yeah, we're good. For once, my struggle to fall asleep worked out in my favor. I sleep until later than usual the next morning, meaning I don't have to wait for as long for Aspen's bus to arrive. I've barely even woken up and I'm already thinking about her. Looking up at the ceiling, I can't help but smile. I wonder if she's thinking about me too. I'm too full of nervous energy to stay in bed for long, so I hop up and get ready in a hurry. In the kitchen, I figured Juliet must have already eaten, cleaned up, and gone to bed, because I don't see any dishes or leftover food. To my surprise, she comes downstairs just a minute after I do.
Good morning.
Good morning, Juliet.
Hey! I didn't wake you up, did I?
No, not at all. Although I was upstairs, I thought I'd wait and have breakfast with you like usual.
Oh.
Oh, thanks. Sorry for keeping you waiting. I kind of fell asleep late, so I slept in too.
Understandable. I'm sure you have lots on your mind.
You can say that again.
I
take my seat at the table while Juliet pokes through the fridge.
Are you hungry for anything in particular?
Not really. Maybe something light? I don't think I can finish a big meal right now.
Chuckling, Juliet retrieves a couple of pieces of fruit and some cheese.
Butterflies in your tummy?
Nah, I haven't eaten anything. I'm just nervous.
Oh.
I'm I'm sure I would be too, in your position. Although, Aspen did the difficult task of taking the first step. You have the luxury of being the one to respond.
Yeah.
That's true.
Juliet sets a platter with slices of apples and oranges, as well as a few blocks of cheese on the table between us, and I idly munch on some fruit.
Do you want to come wait at the station with me? I'm leaving after we're done eating.
I'll pass, but thank you. The two of you will have plenty to talk about on your own, I'm sure. But I imagine I'll see you both later tonight?
Ooh.
Definitely.
Yay. The minutes pass by agonizingly slowly, especially after Juliet goes to bed. But eventually, it's late enough for me to leave. I burst up out of my seat, forcing myself not to walk too fast. As long as I'm walking, I'm doing something. If I get there too early, I have to wait, and I hate waiting. Humming to myself, I followed the same route Aspen and I took yesterday. If I wanted to, I probably could have found a faster way, or an even longer way to kill more time. It's not worth the risk of getting lost, though. The closer I get to the station, the faster my heart races. The growing anticipation. The way I can't think about anything else. It reminds me of something. Something I haven't experienced in ages. It reminds me of days in the forest, towards the end of my time as a regular fox. The way I felt on the way to the clearing every day to see my person. Back then, it was different, of course. More instinct, less thinking, but it still pushed me forward. That was love, wasn't it? In my own way, just like Juliet said. Usually something like that wouldn't stop me in my tracks, but today it just makes me smile. My good mood carries me the rest of the way to the bus station. I paused at the intersection where we stood yesterday, when Aspen said everything. This spot will be special to me forever, I already know. I hurry across to the other side. There are a handful of other people waiting, standing, or leaning against the fence. I sit down on one of the empty benches, practically buzzing with anticipation. I watch the clock as it continues to tick away, until finally the scheduled minute comes, but there is no bus. I sigh, disappointed but not too surprised. Since when are buses ever exactly on time anyway? How would we know? Soon the bus is a couple minutes late, and then 5 minutes, and it gets harder and harder not to worry.
Good thing she left early.
I notice that I'm not alone. Some of the other people waiting are beginning to get agitated too. One person stands on the edge of the sidewalk, peering in either direction. A couple others, who have been waiting in the boarding zone since I got here, sit down on one of the benches near me and pull out their phones. One of them taps a few times, reads something, and then groans.
Told you. Delayed. Says it right here.
Guess I owe you a tenner. It say how long?
Oh?
Nope. Just says delayed due to vehicle issues.
Ah. Dread seizes me. With a shaky hand, I tap one of the travelers on the shoulder.
Excuse me. Which bus is it that's delayed?
Ah, that be Route 4. You waiting for it too?
I suppose we are.
My friend's on it. I don't know which, but she was supposed to be here 10 minutes ago.
Aye. Well, probably the same one then. Bad luck, but it does happen every now and then. I hope you weren't in a hurry.
I was, actually. Do you know what they'll do? What'll happen to the people on the bus?
Well, I imagine the city will have to send someone out, figure out what's wrong, fix it, or send a replacement.
Ah.
I'm sure your friend will get here one way or another, but it could be hours. You might want to give them a call and find out where they are. Might be quicker for them to find their own ride home.
Yeah, that's a good point. Unfortunately. I vault off the bench before he's even finished speaking, dashing back the way I came.
Hey, good luck.
Thank you, bus traveler. I barely hear him. No, I did, and I appreciate him. Thank you. Thank you, bus traveler. I'll remember you, bus traveler. Mr. Bus. As I run, I can't help but think about how unfair it is. For anyone else in the world, a couple hour bus delay would be annoying, but that's it. But for me and Aspen, I don't even want to think about what it would be like if she forgot me. After After getting back to the library in record time, I practically crashed through the door so I head upstairs. For the second day in a row, I knock on Juliet's bedroom door before having to bend over to catch my breath. It's been ages since I've run that long, and it shows. Juliet answers the door quickly.
MIHO? What's wrong?
Aspen's bus still isn't here. Someone at the station said one of them broke down on the way. What if it was hers?
Wordlessly, Juliet hurries to retrieve her phone. It looks weirdly out of place in her hands as she navigates through the several screens, slower than Aspen would. Her face turns grim after only reading for a moment.
It seems you're right.
The confirmation just tightens the knot in my chest, and I just barely manage to croak out a question.
What do we do?
How long do you have left?
2 hours. A little less.
2 hours. Oh god, I never remembered it was that... What's the word? I never realized it was that desperate.
She shouldn't be too far away. I'll try calling her.
It doesn't even ring, and instead goes straight to voicemail. I look up at Juliet helplessly, trying to ignore the panic that'll overrun me if I let it.
She did say that she'd have poor reception en route. Here, MIHO. Keep trying. I'll be back in a moment.
She hands me the phone and shows me how to use it before hurrying into her bedroom. I hit the button again, staring at the small contact photo of Aspen that Juliet had saved. It's a picture of Aspen at the breakfast table, smiling awkwardly. Her voicemail message starts again, so I cancel and try it again, and again, and again, but it's the same result every time. I end the call and start another for what must be the 6th or 7th time.
Juliet, is that...
My thumb is on the end button out of habit, and I just barely managed to stop myself from pressing it.
Aspen!
There's a loud burst of static.
Oh? You?
Aspen! It's me! Where are you?
Juliet comes back when she hears me, waiting anxiously by my side. Aspen says something again, but it's garbled by the connection.
What? I can't hear you!
King reception, let me...
Oh. This game will still happily give you an anxiety attack. Right! Yes! Also, I love the... I like the fact that this is the... To my knowledge, this is the only instance of a swear word here. I never expected that, actually. But look, it's Aspen. Before I played the game, I would never be able to tell you that, hey, Aspen is the only one who swears in this game. But now I'm not surprised at all. That I can recall, it's the only instance I can think of. Yeah. Everything goes quiet, and for a terrible moment, I'm afraid the call is dropped. Oh, I forgot this was happening. Yes.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Instead, I nearly drop the phone when her voice comes through again. Much clearer this time.
Good. I can't move from this spot then. It's the only place I have service.
Where are you?
God, we're so close. I can literally see the city in the distance. Something's wrong with the bus. I don't know what. They said there's another one coming to pick us up, but I'm not sure when it's supposed to be here.
Okay, if it's just outside the city, we can make it.
We only have 2 hours before...
I know. Trust me, I know. I was hoping the replacement would be here sooner, but that's not going to happen.
Aspen, you said you're close. Do you know where exactly?
I don't, no, but there's just the one road into the city, and I can see it. That's what I'll do, actually. I'll start walking towards the city, and hopefully I'll see the other bus on the way.
Will that work?
It will if we change... Okay, we can just change it into a fox, MIHO.
I don't know. I'm going to do it anyway.
Juliet and I look at each other. I wonder if she has the same thought as I do.
Okay. I'm coming too.
What? Coming where?
Wherever you are. You said it's just one road, right? I'll meet you on it.
You'll... Okay. I understand.
I think we can make it. We can make it this time.
I'll be there on time. I promise.
From the other end of the line comes the very clear sound of Aspen sniffling.
Okay. I'll see you soon. As soon as I start walking, I'll probably lose reception again. I'll try to call you when I can.
Okay. Okay, I'm on my way.
The line clicks dead, and I try to hand Juliet her phone back, but she shakes her head.
Hold on to it. You can bring it back to me after you find her.
Can we hold it in our fox form? I nod. There's no time to talk about anything else.
How do I get there?
Oh, hi, Mexican. How's it going? How's your day going, huh? Juliet pulls up the map and shows me, pointing out where the library is.
I was going to try to find a taxi. Between traffic and everything else, I'm not sure it would be faster.
Doing good? Okay, that's good. I'm doing okay. I've got my coffee, I've got Please Be Happy. I am doing fantastically. Also, we are in the middle of a very stressful situation. And now we've got to run. We've got to run.
It's so far away, though, MIHO. Are you sure you'll be all right?
Who are you? I am your demon king of heretics, Ahriman le Méchant. Though, I guess technically in this form, I am Meemoman le Méchant, I suppose. Yes.
I will. I have to be.
I immediately make for the stairs, pausing for just a second.
Thanks.
Thank me later. Together.
It's that... Leaning? If you want to relax, remember that a phone call resets the forget-me-not time. Wait, isn't it just video calls? Wait, what? I'm pretty sure it's just video chat calls. I immediately make for the stairs. It's that Italy name. Tell me. It's French. It's, well, technically French. There's a lot of lore reasons, but I have the name of the name of a Persian god and a French name. It's very complicated lore. I nod and yeah! I called it! We transformed! Let's go! Meemoman! MIHO in the skies! Meemoman! More than meets the eye! Where are you from, and guess what I'm watching today and what I'm playing today? Are you playing Please Be Happy? I'm from Limbo. Do you know where Limbo is? Well, actually, no, it's not the biblical Limbo. It's not like purgatory or anything. Foxes can't run as long as humans can, but they can run faster. As a Gumiho, maybe I can do both. Wind whips at my tails as I rush forward, channeling whatever willpower and determination I can into running. The map Juliet gave me shows me which roads to take to get out of the city, but I don't need roads. I run straight for the edge of the town, dodging traffic, pedestrians, and more. Dogs bark as I race through their yards, and shocked people gape as I dash past them without paying any attention. I don't even know how long I run for. I just know that I don't stop. Even when my legs and chest start to ache, I keep going. A little pain now is nothing compared to what losing Aspen would be like. The buildings begin to thin out, even as traffic increases, and finally I find myself out of Wellington. Following the road, I race towards where Aspen must be. Cars and trees fly by, replacing the building and street signs. There are hills and forests that I'm sure are as beautiful as everything else I've seen, but I hardly notice them at all. The longer I run, the more it starts to take its toll on me. Against my will, I can feel my speed flagging, each step taking just a little more effort than the last. I push this form to its absolute limit, and eventually it brings me to a halt. I change forms once again, gasping for air as I place my hands on my knees, trying to catch my breath. Start letter C and start B, and who's best voice off BoJack Horseman from Harry Potter and Equus movie and Harry Potter video games, and guess my favorite best. Huh? Start letter C and start B. Best voice off. Who's my favorite best star? Me. It's MIHO. MIHO. I'm gonna guess MIHO. It's MIHO. It's MIHO. Please be happy. The run from the station back to the library winded me, and this was many times harder. No. Okay, then is it Aspen, Please Be Happy? I bet it's Aspen, Please Be Happy. But I can't stop moving. No, wait. Oh, Aspen actually has the last name. Aspen Benoit. No? Juliet? It's Juliet. I bet it's Juliet. No. Is it Lena? Lena! It's Lena! It's Lena from Please Be Happy. I have to keep going. No. Okay, then it's MIHO. It's gotta be MIHO. It's gotta be MIHO from Please Be Happy. Yep. Game by Studio Elan. Lungs on fire, and with legs feeling like lead, I make myself take another step, and then another. No. Is that so? Mustering all my strength, I break into a jog, the fastest I can manage. I keep my gaze set on the horizon, hoping for a glimpse of her. Anything to help to set my heart and mind at ease. Anything. The sun begins to dip even lower, as if even the skies reminded me that even time is running out. Keep guessing? Well, I have no idea what you're talking about, man. You'll have to tell me. My steps are leaden, and my mind abuzz with wordless fear and worry. At first, I don't believe my eyes when I finally spot someone walking in the distance, far off. No. At first, I don't believe my eyes when I finally spot someone walking in my direction, far off in the distance. Please let it be her. Daniel Radcliffe. Oh, okay. A steady trot is all I can do by now, and I let even that slow to a normal walking pace. Oh, the guy from Guns Akimbo, right. The other figure and I walk towards each other, but the sun rises in my face and obscures them from vision. Raising one hand to shield my eyes, I see a familiar hat, the glint of light on familiar glasses. I see Aspen running towards me. All I can do is stand there, overwhelmed with relief so intense that all I can do is shake. I made it. She's here.
MIHO!
MIHO! Yes, that's us! It's us! She knows us! She remembers us! Let's go! Let's go! As she approaches, she also slows and then comes to a stop.
MIHO!
Me! Who? Me! That's me! I don't even know what to say. How can I respond? How can I put all the excitement, the worry, and relief that she's made me feel in the past 24 hours into words? How do I say it? Silently, I close the distance between us. I can see her eyes searching mine, looking for an answer to the unspoken question. Overhead, the sun dips behind the cloud, done watching us for the day, and throwing a handful of colors into the sky as it leaves. I've struggled to find words before, but this is different. Like Aspen said yesterday, not just any words will do. I stop, just an arm's length from Aspen. MIHO, that's the stupidest name ever. Hey, buddy! That's us you're talking about. Come on now. Close enough to see the glint of tears hiding in her eyes.
I was so worried.
Her voice is barely a whisper, but I can't hear anything else. Looking up into her eyes, I'm surprised to find the answer to my own question. One that I didn't know I wanted to ask until just now. One that required more than words. Or maybe less. I take that last step that separates us and lean forward to kiss Aspen. The marks of human affection have always seemed so strange and foreign to me, and maybe even unappealing. As I kiss her, I think I understand. Let's go! Let's go, guys! Let's go! Woo! The first of many. Yes, you get it, Miss Mega. Without hesitation, Aspen's hand rises to touch my face, holding me in place, as if I'd want to leave. She moves like she was waiting for this. Maybe she was. It's unlike anything I've ever felt before. The closeness, the warmth. I place my own hand against her wrist. I think maybe I understand Aspen's fears better now, because I would also be content if this moment lasted forever. When we separate, Aspen's hands stay on my shoulder, keeping me close.
I see you thought about what I said.
We did. Very hard.
And practically nothing else.
Same brain cell. Same brain cell. Pulling me into a hug, Aspen... what game is it? It's Please Be Happy. This is Please Be Happy by Studio Elan. I have the link to the game in the description right now. I also have the Studio Elan page for Steam listed in the description, so you can check out their other games too, because they don't just have Please Be Happy, they have plenty of other games that deserve a lot of attention, because, okay, I've been playing Heart of the Woods, and that's also really good, so I'm actually starting to really get into this studio. It's so good. Pulling me into a hug, Aspen rests her face against mine.
So I wasn't the only one then.
She sighs contentedly.
There's so much more I want to say, but this is hardly the place to say it now, is it?
No, we gotta keep the gravitas. Yawn. I'd nearly forgotten where we were, not far from the side of the road. Turning around, I look back at the city, which is starting to light up for the evening.
Oh, right. It's kind of a long way home, you know.
Aspen squeezes my hand.
I have all the time in the world.
Yeah, you do. Open ending. Chapter 4. Chapter 4, guys! We made it to Chapter 4! Let's go! Okay, that's also so pretty. That's also pretty art. Oh boy, I love Aspen. I love Aspen so much. Okay, let's go. Anyways, now that we're at the end of the chapter, I think we'll... Oh, that's so cute! Look at her! Look at her! Oh my god, she's adorable! She's adorable! Oh my god, yes! Yes! Okay, before I get way too hyped, I'm going to call it here, okay? Okay, right. So, we managed to get through the entire bus arc, I suppose we could call it. And now we are finally at the divergence point? Whatever, we'll call it that. The divergence point for this story between Juliet and Aspen's route. Time for new content! Yes! Yes! How was your day, French boy? It's been good. It's only like... It's still early morning, like it's barely even noon. It's barely even noon. So I haven't actually had much of a day. But I do have work later on. In about, what? Oh, in about 7 hours. That's actually a longer time than I thought it was. But anyways, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna call it here. Remember to like the video, comment if you want, subscribe if you haven't. Don't know if there's any people who aren't subscribed watching this, but we also have the Discord in the description below, as well as my other covers. Are you a girl? I am not. I am a boy. I am a man. I am Ahriman. I am Ahriman le Méchant. I am your Demon King of Heretics, Ahriman le Méchant. And I am not a girl. Solidly. What was I talking? Oh yeah, I've also got the other covers in the description below if you want to watch them. So anyways, with that, what kind of animal are you? Oh wow. Okay. I'm human. I'm human. This is just a body that I use for Please Be Happy. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, give me a second. I'll take this off real quick. Let's see. Unlock that. Bam. Yes. Hello there. Yep. And this is the true form of the Demon King of Heretics, Ahriman le Méchant, or at least the closest I have to my true form at the moment. But yes, I am very much, very, 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 very human. Very human. Very human. Anyways, yep. This has been your Demon King of Heretics, Ahriman le Méchant, and that's the fourth time I've said it in this closing statement. And yeah. Okay, I hope you guys have a good day, a good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are. No, wait, fuck. I messed that up. I screwed the pooch. Can you really be a Demon King and be human? But here's the thing. I'm human. Asterisk. Anyways, I hope you have a good day, a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good night, wherever you are. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye, man.